Warning, we are about to spoil Morvern Callar. If you haven't seen the film and plan on watching it, then click away now. Or if you've already seen it, or you just don't care, then please, stick around.
So, how is it that the least depressing of these movies is the one that opens with a suicide on Christmas?
Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Cinema Roulette. Let me tell you something, I'm quite nervous about how this is going to go.
I think this will go fine. It's just going to be we've gotten 3 weird episodes in a row.
Yeah, I think that's just it. I'm like, just the vibe of this, I'm like, God, these are just hard to do. It's been really challenging for us, really getting our grit on, or whatever the fuck I was going to say.
And I think we have come up to the challenge and meet it right in the middle.
Yep. Yes, this is the last movie on the director wheel. Almost forgot what wheel we were on there for a sec.
Yeah, last one for the director wheel for now. And also the last of Lynn Ramsey's work, which I was saying the title wrong. Sorry.
So did I say it wrong in the spoiler?
No, we corrected in the spoiler. Last episode, I said it was Callar instead of what it is.
Yeah, it's today we are reviewing the 2002 movie Morvern Callar.
So when do I get the money?
Ah, that's silence though.
That's silence, which is similar to the opening of the movie, which is in silence.
Yes, just nothing but a flickering light above.
Content warning, there is going to be like talk of suicide if you couldn't tell by the opening joke.
Yeah, there is talk of suicide and heavy drug use.
Yeah. I would say it's where the suicide is going to be about that level of we just say the word suicide. It isn't super graphic in the movie.
Yeah, they don't
but
actually...
it is a plot point.
Yeah, they don't actually show him killing himself. It's just a plot point, yeah.
And I'd like to say, too, we would love to also pad the episode out with trivia, fun facts, and whatnot, but honestly, Lynn Ramsey didn't... Like, she was respected as a director with Ratcatcher and this, but didn't really start getting interviews till after We Need to Talk About Kevin, especially during... You Were Never Really Here, and because of her new movie, Let Me Die, Love, or damn it, I Need to Know.
I think it's like Die, My Love, or something like that.
I think it is just Die, My Love. Okay, but yeah, she hasn't really gotten interviews till now, and thus she's not really talking about her older work. It's a whole thing that annoys me greatly.
Yeah, like this would have really helped to have the director around to ask questions, because there's like literally barely anything online about it, just due to the lack of, like, I guess, like, it got good word of mouth, it got good reviews, but it wasn't really exposed anywhere. So
because it's super independent, and this one's even more art house than Ratcatcher.
Yes, so... But the question is, what is this film about?
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. That's right. We're getting our Christmas movie done now, which I think I think this is coming out in April or at the end of it. Yes, Merry Christmas. We have everything you want during Christmas. Gifts, a tree with flashing lights in your house, a dead body. Wait a minute. Well, we have the happier thing of a suicide. But yes, it's Christmas. There's our main character, Malvern, lying on the floor. The title is her name. And her boyfriend, who has taken his own life and is also lying dead center in the floor. She lies there as well, seemingly in shock. Gets up, reads a rather passive-aggressive suicide note on the PC.
Yeah.
And then goes out. Yeah, she goes out with her friend. They take some acid. They party in a club. We also see her wait at a train station a bit and get a phone call.
Yeah.
Yep. She eventually goes back home, opens the some gifts her boyfriend left her, like a nice leather jacket, and well, the main thing is a leather jacket and a Walkman with a tape that says "Your music for you." Which even for people who don't really enjoy this movie, everyone says the soundtrack is pretty good, and yeah, soundtrack's pretty good.
Yeah.
The only time we see Malvern really show much emotion is her lying in the bathtub, seeming to process something, and then going under the water to have a nice cry. The corpse is still there, by the way. It's still in the. It's not exactly in the middle of the room. It's in the middle of the doorway between the front room of the apartment and the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still there. She picks the pocket of her boyfriend, James, and takes some money out of his wallet. Oh, sorry, I moved where the out with the friend was too much. Now she goes out with her friend. They're like, "We're gonna have a great time. We got drugs. We got booze." They party at the club. They party at the bar. They party at a club. They go to some dude's house and have a party. By morning, she's walking home with her friend. I do have her name written down, I'm pretty sure. Lana. That's it. Lana!
Lana!
What? My boyfriend's dead.
God damn it.
Also an option for the opening joke. But anyway, Malvern and Lana are walking home from the party, and Lana's like, "Why don't we go to your place?" Also, Malvern said her boyfriend broke up with her, or he's gone now.
Yeah, like out of the country.
Yeah, not wrong. But when Lana's like, "Hey, we should go back to your place," Malvern says, "Let's go to your grandma's again, or let's go to your grandma's. It's better." Probably. She almost admits he's dead, but decides not to. Listens to music on the Walkman, goes to work because she works at a grocery store. Visits the grandmother again. Finally, she goes back to her apartment, covers the body with like a tablecloth, and reads the suicide note more in detail. And besides being passive aggressive, it also says, "Hey, I wrote a manuscript. Please send it to. I have a list of publishers. Send it to the first one. If they reject it, send it to the next one. Also, there's a credit card in one of the drawers. Please use that to pay for my funeral." And instead of doing as he asked, she changes who the author is on the book to herself and sends that in, and then takes the credit card and pulls the money out. She also cleans up her boyfriend's body and chops it up and goes and buries it in a field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That happened.
Don't worry. I'm sure this will be important later.
Yeah.
Anyway, with the credit card, she realizes there's about 3,000 pounds on it, and then invites Lana on a trip to Spain. Because, hey, who cares where I got this money? Don't ask questions. Let's just go have fun.
Yeah.
And since this was probably recorded in 2000 or 2001, the airport's super easy to get through with a bunch of drugs.
Yeah. Never happened nowadays.
Also, while they're getting ready for their trip, Lana admits that he also slept with James, so James was a cheater. Sure. Not that Malvern reacts to this anyway.
Yeah.
We get to Spain. She also gets a call from the publisher and is like, "Hey, I'm going to be going on vacation for a bit, so if you'd like the book, contact me at this hotel."
Mm-hmm.
They get to the hotel. There is a letter there for her, probably saying that she got the book deal, but Lana tries to read that, and Malvern quickly pulls it away, and then we never really technically get to see the letter.
Mm-hmm.
We party a bit in Spain. We have party with other tourists. We do drugs. Morvern even goes to talk to a guy who was talking sweet to her, and his mom just died. Anyway, let's have sex.
Yeah, it just hard cut to them banging.
After this, Morvern goes to Lana and is like, okay, we gotta go. But I like it here. We gotta go. And then they get a taxi who has a kind of weird driver who plays rather annoying music.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Eventually they make it to some small town in Spain where a parade is going on. I would tell you what the festival is, but even Wikipedia didn't care to say what it was. While they're celebrating in the parade, Lana's case gets stolen and the two try to walk home but get lost. Lana kind of lashes out saying Morvern is acting super weird and distant. They fall asleep on the side of the road. Morvern hitchhikes back to town. Lana does make it home eventually. We don't really see her much after this, though. Because she left Lana alone. Goes back to town, meets up with the publishers, and is offered a deal of £100,000. Which, again, putting that in perspective, they thought, hey, let's go on a trip to Spain, all paid expenses trip to Spain with £3,000. So 100,000, great, awesome.
Yep.
And the publishers are even like, so what's your next book gonna be about? And she's like, I don't know, I can't tell. I don't have any ideas. Eventually, she goes home. A bit of time has passed. She gets the check for $100,000. Leaves the apartment. Leaves the keys through the mailbox so she can move out. Tries to invite Lana on our trip, and Lana says, we don't have to go anywhere. We have what we need here.
Yeah.
Morvern says, okay. Yeah, sure. I have to go use the restroom, and then leaves. Leaves to the train station, probably to go on some random trip elsewhere. And the movie ends.
That's literally it.
I hate that is probably the smoothest I've done a movie summary.
Yeah, good fucking job.
Thanks. Okay, let's talk about this. Where do we start?
Oh, good God. I don't even know. Like, let's start with what the movie is kind of going for, because that was just nigh impossible for us to figure out. You mentioned that, like, not only with that third wheel thing, but like I wanted to kind of start out with like where you said like it's actively trying to play with the audience expectations.
Yeah, well, before even that, because this was something where we both kind of sat there at the end going, what? And I've been spending most of today looking at our critical reviews, trying to see what people got out of this movie. Because when finishing it, it just felt like, okay, this movie is a kind of a puzzle box. Or a maze, and you have to really get into the trenches of it. But it didn't feel like there was an entrance anywhere.
Yeah, the weird thing is, like, our literal first reaction to the movie was just like, well, that is a movie that exists. And the weird thing is, just upon first viewing, I was like, okay, the husband commits suicide, or the boyfriend commits suicide at the beginning, but, like, what? That doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't affect her negatively. It doesn't affect any of the plot point. Like, the inciting incident is almost, like, made worthless in my eyes by the rest of the story.
Yeah, and there is some reviews I saw where this movie is actively going against what audiences expect. You expect the main character to break down, to have to deal with this, and she doesn't, which almost feels like callous or really shitty of her at the very least.
Yeah, like she shows almost no emotion to what happened throughout the movie. and it's just freaking bizarre. Now, this movie was based on a novel, and the novel was very famous for being written in like first person, like classic Scottish prose, and like the book is told entirely through her inner thoughts. So this is a movie where it's like, well, how the hell do you adapt it? And I think what Lim Ramsey was going for was like letting the camera work and everything do the visuals and let the audiences fill in the blank, is I think what it was going for.
Well, that is also just how Lynn Ramsey is as a director. She's very poetic.
Yes.
And lets the mood of the scene and the set and the actors fill in the gaps. But here it feels almost like we're not allowed to know what the hell is happening.
Yeah, there's just not enough information given. Like, because that's the thing. This is a very visual-driven movie. Like, there's barely any plot that happens. It's kind of just such a straight line and then just kind of ends. So
that's what I got from other reviews, is people basically saying that the movie is trying to force you to almost fight with it to try and get something out of it.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, if your whole point is going to actively push an audience away, I don't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Good job. You succeeded. Like, it's a little ridiculous. Like, there's nothing wrong with like fucking with an audience in a couple scenes or something, but just the whole movie almost actively giving a middle finger to the audience. I don't know. Just not really for me.
I wish I had the video pulled up, but the quote that made the movie at least somewhat click with me more was, "You're the third wheel at a party you don't want to be at, but the music is good."
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. There are good aspects to the movie. The cinematography is stunning as always. I think it's a slight step down from Ratcatcher, but it's really good, and the soundtrack is pretty awesome. It has this really trippy, far out like techno music a lot of the time.
It was from a YouTuber named Bend Film.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, the cinematography is good. The performances, for what the movie is going for, they're doing a great job.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone's clearly having fun with it. So
fun is a word.
Well, yeah, but
and we said this in Ratcatcher as well. When it comes to art house films, there's either it becomes very much, you either connect with it and you don't, and I think we both just don't connect with this.
No, exactly. Like, I wouldn't call it a bad movie per se, but like, you know, it's kind of a movie that exists in my eyes. It's one that I probably won't ever watch again.
It is one of the movies of all time.
It really is, though. It's just it's an interesting experiment. Just didn't click because, you know, we're both of the thing where if you got more enjoyment out of it, more power to you. There's nothing inherently bad in the movie or anything that I feel like we could judge anyone for.
Except you really hated the Cabby's music.
Oh dear God, yes. Like, I had not had such a visceral reaction to a song in a long time. Like, the strings were all out of key. He was singing all out of key. It was like deliberately annoying, but it was to the point where it just drags on. I was literally holding my head at one point, just going, oh, it gave me such a headache. Dear God.
It's like Nickelback did a cover of an Imagine Dragons song.
Right? Oh my God.
Boom. I hope that joke already feels dated, and I hope it feels more dated in 2 years.
We made that joke in 2026.
Hell yeah. That's why next week we're reviewing Twilight.
No, we're not doing Twilight. No.
Another thing with the movie is it feels somewhat connected within the mood for love of there's supposed to be a longing, or there's supposed to be something about the past sticking with the main character. Mm-hmm. But due to the fact of her not reacting to almost anything, you don't get the payoff of that. It doesn't allow the atmosphere to build in any way.
Yeah, exactly. And it's odd because like the beginning is at least somewhat interesting. Like the inciting incident is well shot, and there's just a bit of atmosphere going on with the blinking lights and the darkness, and like there's a shot where they're looking out in the ocean at the party. I thought the atmosphere felt almost like Silent Hill for a brief moment, but then it just drops that and we go on this road trip, and then it just loses all sense of atmosphere. It just need a little more something, I feel, to, you know, pull audiences in a bit more. Like I know the whole thing is like fight with the movie, but still.
Yeah, it the body itself, it reminds me of We Need to Talk About Kevin, where Kevin takes the piece of the jelly sandwich and slams it on the table, and then we keep cutting back to it get more and more covered in ants.
Yeah.
It's like, here is a problem that needs to be addressed. The body feels like here is trauma that you're trying to escape from. You keep escaping to parties and drugs.
Yeah.
But by the end of the movie, unlike We Need to Talk About Kevin, where that does have a horrible payoff in the sense that it's meant to be dark, not horrible as in it's bad.
It has a
Instead of having some horrid payoff or some shocking moment, she gets away with it. Technically, she chopped up a body, hid it, and took his money.
Yeah, took his money, got a book deal, and made bank off it, and now she's living her life. Like, it just feels like that nothing bad happens to the character that it should. Like, it's just, there's just kind of nothing there. It just, she gets away with it, and that's it, which doesn't really make for an interesting movie in my eyes.
And not even, like, gets away with it because she tried really hard to get away with it. She just kinda did.
Yeah. I don't know. It is definitely an odd one.
It just feels like it feels really unsatisfying, which is probably what you'll get out of it if you don't vibe with it, basically.
Yeah. And again, if you vibe with it, great. I'll never forget in film class, we watched a movie by Jean-Luc Godard called Masculine Feminine, which I did not care for. I thought it had little to no substance and was just too weird and out there for me, but one of the fellow students loved it. He was like, oh, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. I'm like, well, fine. I just didn't vibe with it. And just, it's kind of like that, man. You know? Like, it's just not for me.
Yeah, this feels definitely like a movie where it's like, through all intents and through the most objective lens, fine movie.
Yeah.
But personally, I can't care.
Yeah, exactly.
It also just feels surprising in a way because Ratcatcher, even though I don't rate it highly, I was still able to connect with it, even though it was such a very specifically Scottish time and a place within that.
Exactly. Ratcatcher just did a better job of drawing you in, even though that was like an oddly specific event in history. Yet the one that's more broad is like, no.
It's like, do you want this movie to be about not dealing with drama or grief or longing? And it's just, it doesn't feel like it ever decides on any.
Yeah. And like, okay, as a mood piece goes, sure, it's a mood piece. Just, I don't know, man.
Try to think of a joke. I got nothing here.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, just, yeah. And also, I did find a bit of trivia online, actually.
Okay.
So the actress that played Morvern Callar actually went on to do a bunch of other stuff.
Oh.
She was in The Whale with Brendan Fraser as, I think, the mom.
Nice.
She was in Fantastic Beasts as Mary Lou. But the one that's very interesting to me, she's Agatha in Minority Report, the one bald woman who gets kidnapped by Tom Cruise. That was her. Yeah. So she's actually gone on to have a pretty good film career.
Good for her, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
She was also the voice of Ruby in Max and Ruby Christmas.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Wait, is she just straight up the voice of Ruby from Max and Ruby? Hold on.
That would be amazing.
Yep, she was the voice of Max and Ruby.
That's amazing.
She was the voice of Ruby in Max and Ruby.
Wow. Go figure. Good for you, Samantha Morton. All right, but I think that's about it. Yeah.
I feel bad that that's it.
I really do, but I really don't have much else to say on this movie. If you like it, great, just not for us.
I'm debating now what if I'll move In the Mood for Love to be a double feature with this instead of Ratcatcher, because Ratcatcher was technically longer.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think this is definitely the episode to do a double feature for. Sorry, Lynn, we love you, but yeah.
We've loved all your other movies, but this one is too art house for our stupid American taste.
Exactly. We're not Scottish enough.
But we do have to rate this movie, Cam.
Indeed we do, Justin.
As we do every movie with the same system we've always used for all 200 and something episodes. So, Cameron.
Yes?
1 out of 100, what do you rate this movie?
1 out of 100, I would probably 1 out of 100.
No tricks here.
Okay.
1 out of 100.
Okay.
So, like, basically percentage.
Yeah, so... God.
I mean, you knew that. I'm just explaining for the audience.
Yeah. I feel mean doing it that low, but I'd say I'd say a solid 35%. 35 out of 100.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like maybe 40. You know what? I'll go 40 out of 100.
I think I'm sticking with a solid 50, like just
Yeah.
pure middle. I do not feel happy about this movie. I don't feel anger towards the movie. It's just solid 50.
Yep. So yeah, I'm 40, he's 50.
I don't know why that's funny to me.
All right.
Oh, I'm fucking things up. I'm fucking it
Oh,
up. Fucking it up.
could you right at the end and they were going so smoothly?
Anyway. So, we have a gimmick on this show, if you couldn't tell, because we're called Cinema Roulette. We have wheels full of movies. This movie wheel is the series wheel. It's full of series that you know of and your friends know of. Thus, when we land on a movie on there, you'll know of the movie and be like, that movie. What would their opinion be? And then you're like, haha, what a funny and clever episode. I wish they had a Patreon for me to give money to, but instead, I will send this link to a friend who has also seen this movie.
I wish they had a Patreon. So do I.
This is a series wheel. It has series on it. Which means it's time. No, wait, hold on. I haven't even hit record on the thing. Okay, I have now hit record on the thing. It is now time to spin.
Let's go.
Okay.
What we get?
Yeah. We're getting back to Scream, baby. We're doing Scream 3, everyone's
Scream
favorite.
3. All right. Back to Scream.
Or also now known as not the worst one.
Exactly. All right, folks. Stay tuned for Scream 3.
For Scream 3. Yay, Scream 3. Finally, something simple.
I know, right? All right, bye.
No, we don't say bye. We cut.